So today, for Ellie and anyone joining us, today I just talk through some of the new stuff and say hi and all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow we actually have a live where Comment Sold where you can buy stuff, and sometimes it's the stuff that's here. Boynton, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Beach, Florida. Very nice. I bet a lot of us would like to be near the beach in Florida. Hello, Carrie from Austin. It may be in a car line and maybe not. Okay. So, anyways, today I'm just talking because I just like to hear myself talk. And then tomorrow I actually sell stuff that you guys can buy. You guys can buy any of this because Sam will throw links up as we go, or I'll tell you the names of the collections if I know that, which I have a list here, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to match it up correctly. I think that's it. So you can go buy online. Our online is just poppyquiltandsew.com. And of course, this stuff is in store, but our online is pretty accurate too. I will tell you, like the book that we have left, I think we have 2 copies left at this point. Oh, you're comfy in your sewing room. Very nice. Thank you, Vicki, for sharing. All right, so let's get started because I have lots of fun stuff. It's like, where do I start? What's the prettiest? There's not the prettiest. They're all pretty. Okay, so Painterly Petals. So Painterly, I think Sam will correct me if I'm wrong. Painterly, I think, is one that we're getting, that we're actually kind of considering it a blender, even though it's not, because it's it will go with so much. It's Robert Kaufman, and we've got, it looks like we got 8 or 9 bolts in so far, and I think we're getting more in. So Sam, can you comment on that on Painterly, whether we're getting more or not over time? But this is wow, that's so not showing you guys what it is. They're just really, it's called Painterly Petals, and they're just kind of almost like water-ish colored, and we've got pre-cuts, and pre-cuts, the 10-inch squares, the 5-inch squares, and the gorgeous, maybe this would have been easier to show you, the gorgeous jelly roll. Yes, and we'll receive 2 more shipments of it over time, so that we'll have like all of them, but this is the ones that we received so far. So pretty. But they'll just go great with like a lot of what we have here, I felt like, but just to help enhance. They're all smaller prints, but just not plain like blenders. You usually think of it just being like, you know, tone on tone or whatever. Just a different way to look at blenders. I mean, gorgeous. And there's, I believe there's free patterns on Kaufman. Sorry, Kaufman, not Hoffman, Kaufman for those, right? Yeah, Kaufman. Okay, sorry, we've got so much stuff in, so we're just gonna have to like go back and forth on what is what. So there is that. The hand on this is so nice. I mean, it just feels really lovely. It reminds me a lot of RJR fabrics. If you're a big fan of RJR, we do get RJR in as well, but it just reminds me of kind of their fabrics. So we've got that in. You guys are gonna be overwhelmed with fabrics, so sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Look at these great batiks. So we had to do, it's so hard to find good red, for sure, for like our QOV group who happens to like batiks a lot. And then there's the blue with red and the blue and another blue. So patriotic, but of course it could be used for anything too. So those are all batiks. So we've got bolts of that in. Sue Penn is in the house, a new one from Sue Penn. Oh, where's my where's a panel for Sue Penn, please? I think she's outdone herself this time. It's peacock. So what, we should have one hung up somewhere. They're getting there. I'm going to, here, I'll show you the free pattern. Here's the free pattern. Like, how cool is that? The panel's kind of big. It's a little more expensive than other panels because we decided not to cut the peacocks apart. So for that pattern, you would need to cut them apart. So you could kind of make sister quilts. Maybe my sister could make me a quilt of this. It seems like if I ask for stuff, sometimes I get it. You'll hear more about that later. But it has two peacocks facing each other on the panel. So it's a 1.25 yards worth of fabric. So that's why it's a little bit more expensive than some panels. Plus it's Sue Penn, who comes at a premium anyways. But we only have, so we ended up with less panels than we thought of this. So if you want it, you better grab it. And then we've got the fat quarter stack of the fabrics that go with it. So I like her collections because usually they're fairly small. I mean, some places collections get into the 15 to 20 bolts, but this is like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the panel. So like, how lovely is that? And again, this is what they're going to kill me if I just pull apart their. Can I see this one? The one that's got all the color. This one in the bolts. If we're not out of it yet. Well, yeah, let me see that one. But there's one that should look like this, that has like the flowers that goes from blue to red. Oh, there it is. That's it. Yeah. So there's this. This is one of them. I just like it bigger. Like, how pretty is that? And then this is kind of ombre in a rainbow sort of way. So there's that. And this is all still that Sue Penn Pizzazz line. So, and like everything else, it kind of goes with some of her other lines. So if you've got a little bit of another line and you were looking for something to finish it out because we sell through this really fast, we've got some more in. So that is that. Now let's do something that's not fabric, though it has fabric involved. Most of y'all know that we like Rachel's of Greenfield, their little projects. So they came up with a brand new one. Birds on wires. And so everything you need is in this little kit. So this is the kit. It comes even with the batting that you need to get it finished. And they just kind of quilt as they went. And or some of that looks like machine quilting. Just like doing the outline of they just did an outline of the birds. The birds themselves, they hand sewed on. So you could do it however you want to do it. The birds themselves, they hand on. It is wool felt, not felted wool. But it is, yes, wool felt. So it comes with even the thread that you need to kind of do the stitches and stuff. So it's just kind of a really good, nice little project. $27. Sam will put a link to the Birds on Wires kit. It's just cute and fun, and I love the little birds. All right, got that. I took care of this. What else? Oh, we have, this is, trying to make sure I'm getting everything. I don't even know, what is in the Moonlight? Oh. What, do you know which collection's in the Moonlight? Because it's not this one. You guys think that's in the Moonlight? I don't think so. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, thank you. So this is, no, what is this one called? Sorry, guys. Some of these just came in. Is it Fantastic Forest? Okay, so this is Fantastic Forest line. This is also Robert Kaufman. I guess the port opened up for them this week or last week. Oh, here. Look. It's like fireflies on a, or a night sky. I think it looks more like fireflies. And then you've got butterflies and dragonflies. I've had people coming in asking for dragonflies. Here you go. Some dragonflies. Dragonflies, butterflies. There's butterflies on blue and white background as well. So you've got the butterflies on the blue. You've got the butterflies on the white. Flying upside down. All right. I don't have Michael's, so I have to make things up. Ooh, look how pretty this one is. So it's kind of like that Fireflies again, but it's like orange. There's also butterflies on black that I can't reach, and there's dragonflies on black with the fireflies. I assume those are fireflies. They look like fireflies. I can just make stuff up, I guess, as I go too. All right, what else do we have? I swear I saw, oh, dragonflies on blue I showed you. There's also dragonflies on white. So you have like all your choice depending on what your favorite colors are. Yep. So that is fantastic forest. And then we've got In the Moonlight, and In the Moonlight is actually also Kaufman. See, they come in big waves. This is In the Moonlight. Hey, Emily, do you know which of these have free patterns or not? No?
Yes.
They're, okay.
The Peacock collection Pizzazz has one.
Uh-huh.
The Petites have one.
Okay.
And
Okay. All right. Well, if we see more free patterns because we like them, but this one, I mean, look at that. This does have metallic on it. This also has a little bit of metallic on it. It's trees, and the metallic is on the trees itself. There's a whole variety of pretty stuff. Look at that. That's like a moonlit trees. Oh, look at this. It's purple trees. And then kind of in teals. And then just some blenders to go along with. Gorgeous. And then the kind of that moonlets, but in a little bit more greens. How pretty is that? That is In the Moonlight. In the Moonlight. And then we have a fun collection that has flamingos. Hey Jody, can I get like one of the bigger, like the ones with the like looks like postcards on it? So here's the flamingos, and this is, here's this. This is actually Michael Miller. And look at that. Like, how fun is that? A little beachy, a little margarita-ish or martini-ish. Beach drinks, look, beach drinks. This, it also has this in a teal background. There's some blacks in the line. Here's a black with just some fruit. So like, how fun would a quilt out of this be? I feel like it's Christmas or something. You don't need that. All right. What else? I need something to check off to make sure. I actually got a list today of what I'm supposed to talk about. But let's make sure I don't miss anything. Moonlight, Pizzazz. And we've got an event coming up Friday, a Kimberbell event that we still have a couple of spots left in. You can do it virtually or you can do it in person. If you do it in person, we feed you lunch. All you need to do is bring your machine. If you don't have an embroidery machine, you can actually even, rent one of ours. It is very cute. So there's still time to sign up for that. You'll make this and you won't need to bring any supplies for this. We will provide the stabilizers. We'll provide the thread if you're here in shop. If it's virtual, you provide your own thread, but we still give you the stabilizers. You'll make this cute little ravishing. Darling, you look ravishing. This little, I know, really nicely done. One of their pouches, it's a little bit smaller than some of theirs, but the lining is so that you don't even see that because it is lined. And then you'll also make this little, you put a little pot on it, or it could be a cozy. So you'll make all three projects during the day while you're here with Cindy Bradford. And you can sign up online. Sam will put the link there. And again, it's Friday. We still have a few spots left open, so get signed up and come have fun with us on Friday. We are keeping it small inside, so there won't be more than 5 people, plus Cindy in our 2 double classroom thing, just for, you know, to keep the distancing. And when you're in our classroom, when you're at your machine, we keep you guys 6 feet apart, so you can take your mask off. You don't have to wear it while you're doing that, and or you can just do virtual. Is this the boutiques you guys keep talking about, or is there more boutiques that I'm supposed to be talking about?
That's it.
Okay.
The red, white, blue.
Yeah, okay, the red, white, and blue. And then, can you tell Emily, I need the pattern for the 1895 palette of the season. It's like a whole, she has it back there. It's red, white, and blue. It's red, white, and blue 1895 palette of the season. It is the boutiques, but I need the
Pattern's hanging up.
oh, the pattern's hanging up. Okay, she's getting me the pattern for that one. So we just got we try to carry the 1895s, and we just got the palette of the season for Hoffman and so this is the free pattern that you can get with purchase. But those are the gorgeous boutiques, and that's not the boutiques I showed you earlier. So lots of red, white, and blue coming this way. I'm gonna go walk and show you the wide backs. We've gotten a bunch in. Okay, the last thing I have 2 of these books left that are signed by Cave. So first 2 to order or come in and get. I mean, we've sold through them. We had 8 earlier, like yesterday, and now we have 2. They're signed by Mr. Cave himself. It is just I called it a coffee table book to Sam, which I don't think she even knew what a coffee table was or what I meant. But I mean, it just has gorgeous, well, there's Mr. Cave himself. Well, and then it just has gorgeous stuff and stories and different, I don't think there's actually patterns in here. It's just, I mean, just some of the stuff he does and where he gets his inspiration and all of that. It's a new book by him. It's called Cave in the Studio. So that, I've got 2 of them. They're $40 each. 2 of those left. We've got Jaybird's new book coming. That's the one that I was referencing. They said it should ship by the 24th, but you can pre-order that as well from us. And that's her new one, Babies and Beyond. Baby Quilts and Beyond, something like that. So we've got that coming soon, very soon. And then, so I just want to tell my sister thank you again. She sent me something yesterday and she's like, did you get the box yet? Go get the box. And I'm like, I'm so busy. I'm so tired. I'm so busy. I can't. And so I actually sent someone else to the mailbox. And then it wasn't until I was at Michael's practice that I could even open it. Sam's calling me names. That's very impolite. I think I raised you better than that. Anyways, she made me, I guess when we got this flowers for Freya in, I thought that these would make a really great Mondo bag. Well, they do, because she made me a Mondo bag. So look at this. Like, how awesome is that? She's been sewing for like 6 months and she made a Mondo bag. I'm so impressed. It even has like the keychain thing and a pocket in it. And then it's got some of Freya in the inside. What an awesome sister, right? But we do have the pattern. We do carry the pattern. We also carry the papers. Not the papers, it's fusible. So it's really, I'm gonna mess up this tag if I open this. So there's a fusible in there, and what you do is you take that fusible, has squares on it, and you take these that are already cut for you, and you put them on the squares, and then you iron them down, and then you sew a straight line, and then you cut out your Mondo bag shape. Not that it's easy by any, but it's easier than some. And it's a great way to use these squares that we love so much, the little 2.5-inch mini charms. So this will be in shop for a little while. for you guys to admire and think of wonderful things you can do with this great line. But then it's mine. It's all mine. So, okay, so that is that. And then I'm going to take you guys on a little tour because we just got in, I don't know how many grunge wide backs, plus the other wide backs that we have gotten in really recently that we had to expand our wide back area. And so I want to show you guys that if your silver bag, you have, oh, it's only the 14th. You still have a half a month. Karen Marie, the words are reversed on the video because I didn't do the step that makes them unreversed. When I do comment sold tomorrow, it automatically changes it so they're not reversed. So I'm going to try to not make you guys sick. I'm going to actually turn the camera around. I think I've shown everything that I was supposed to over here. I only have wide backs left on my list, so if I was supposed to show anything else, then too bad. Well, all the blinds are closed over here, so it's a little darker than it usually is when you guys come in. But, oh, there it's going. So here are some of these are new wide backs, and some just, you know, not removing, but like moving them. So those are all brand new or already had wide backs. And then we've got some flannel wide back, and we've got this gorgeous wide back. Like, who doesn't need a hummingbird in their life, or 2 or 3? Look at that. That's Hoffman. Like that. I mean, it's just a picture. It's so gorgeous. Okay, and then we've got these. And oh my, look at this. We decided we needed every grunge wide back that they could send us. I think we still have some more on order because I don't think they've gotten all of theirs in yet. But yeah, so those are all grunge wide backs with a white muslin thrown in there, I think, for good measure. And then, of course, we've got our 90-inch Minky Cuddle 3 Shannon fabrics. We will special order those too, as long as it's, you know, not chartreuse. We carry the full line of the sateen. As long as we can keep it in, because sometimes that's harder than not. But those just look really awesome on the back of a quilt because they're shiny. They're like those satin sheets. They're a little bit shiny, and then the quilting really shows up. We've got to have our patriotic. That's a prerequisite. And then we've got some more there. So lots of wide backs. We're just trying to continually increase, because the thing I hear the most is you may have sewn 5,000 seams on the front side, but you don't want to sew one seam on the back of a quilt. So there's that. So we're trying to keep and get more wide backs in for y'all. And then here are some of the new batik. So those are the ones with the it's not print because it's batik, but those are those fat quarters I showed you. And then these are like the 1895s batik of the season. And yes, all those reds look like they're the same color on this camera, but they're not. They have variation. So we finally have a lot of really good reds in to and those are not batiks at the very end there. That just bleeds over. This is our patriotic section. So we ran out of room on our batik side, so we've got some of our red, white, and blue batiks over here. So that is about all. It's 3:28. We will have live tomorrow at 4 comment sold, where we will be selling some fun stuff. And we've got Martelli next week, either virtual or in person. We still have some spots open in that. So if you guys want to come see what Martelli is about, it costs $10 to sign up, but you get $10 back to spend that day. And come see what they're all about. Their mats, their cutting tools. And I'm kind of sideways because my thing's not quite right. There we go. And so I think that's about all. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, and then Fridays we do Fun Friday. So we've got that coming up. I thought I was going to get to do an unboxing of a brand new something for you, but it's not going to come in time. So hopefully next week I'll be able to do that, and we'll see you later. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with me.